Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are back again with part 3 of the best friend that cheated on her husband and destroyed 3 marriages. So this is the part 3. Let's continue.
Story time on how my best friend cheated on her husband and destroyed not one, not two, but 3 marriages. This is going to be part 3. If you want to see parts 1 and 2, just click on the comment right here. At this point, I don't believe anything that Jezebel is saying, so I do a little bit of digging and I ask Liz to give me the phone number of the girl that she found on her husband's phone. When Liz sends me the number, it matches Jezebel's phone number. And baby, I crashed out.
Oh,
I literally cried so hard because I could not believe that
I can only
the
imagine.
girl I introduced to my friend was sleeping with her husband. So immediately I call another friend who works with Jezebel. They're co-workers. They're both in the military. And I just wanted to talk to her before I confront Jezebel because I wanted to educate myself on how the military will handle the situation. So I call Jezebel and I confront her with all the information that I have. I tell her that I know everything. I cuss her out. She starts crying and begging me not to say anything to anybody. She tells me that she's in love with Lizzie's husband. She tells me that she
Eh?
didn't know that this one night stand would have led to her being in love. She tells me that she is going to be with him. She also tells me that there's nothing anyone can do to separate them. She didn't care that he had a newborn baby. She didn't care that he had a wife and another child. She didn't care about nothing. Also, that man had another baby mama that he cheated on before he got with Liz. But that's the man Jezebel wanted. Jezebel was willing to throw away her career, that man's career, divorce her husband, wrecked all these marriages, all for a piece of. So I told her that I was going to hand all of this information that I gathered to Liz so that Liz can report everything to the chain of command. I also told Jezebel that I will be telling her husband everything that she has done behind his back because he had a right to know. And at that point, Jezebel expressed that she did not care because she was going to divorce him to be with Liz's husband. Liz ended up leaving the military base, leaving the marital home, and she moved her and her children to her parents' house in another state. Her parents hired
Oh.
a divorce attorney and helped her throughout that process. And at this time, I give Jezebel 2 options. Either you tell your husband everything you have done and are doing, or I will. Jezebel ended up telling her husband everything. And from what I know, Jezebel's husband was so heartbroken and destroyed. He kept begging.
Why won't he be heartbroken? Like, if you were the husband, won't you be heartbroken? The wife you thought, like, okay, this my wife, she understands this line of job because we are in it together. So the man would have been going on about his life thinking that, oh, he had the best wife because two of them understand the kind of life they're living, not knowing that he married. I don't even want to say what's on my mind, but this is so heartbroken. Like, it's heartbreaking rather. And this also proves the point that cheaters don't care about anybody other than themselves. It shows you that cheaters are selfish human beings, very selfish. So there is no way you can ever explain it. Oh, it was a decision I made out of it is not a mistake. They've thought about it. They don't have compassion whatsoever. Zero. None. Ah,
Jezebel to get back with him. It's like he couldn't get over her. He couldn't let her go. He begged and begged. He called me to try to talk to her. He tried everything. He would send flowers. He was just, as all of this was going on, I saw
wow.
Jezebel become a person I no longer knew nor wanted to associate with anymore. She still wanted to be friends with me, but I told her that that was not something I could offer. And the only reason why I
Yes.
continued to be involved with her was because I was still helping Liz get some evidence and then Jezebel's husband. Also, if I may add, Jezebel is a very spiteful and petty person when she gets mad. As Jezebel and her husband were going through the divorce, there was a car that Jezebel's husband had bought before he met Jezebel, before he married her. Therefore, that car was not considered a marital asset, and Jezebel's husband wanted to keep his car. Well, Jezebel didn't like that. So one day, Jezebel trashed the car. She spray painted the car, ripped the
Wow.
seats, and did a bunch of just trashed the car. She also completely destroyed his credit and maxed out all of his credit cards. And she also destroyed
What?
all of her husband's gear and military uniforms that he had left at their marital home. And if you know anything about military gear and uniforms, they are very, very expensive. We're talking about thousands upon thousands of dollars. Once the deployment was over, Jezebel and her husband were finally able to get divorced and go their separate ways because Jezebel's husband was so heartbroken and just destroyed. He ended up developing an addiction, and because of that, he was kicked out of
Oh,
the military. This was an
hey.
individual that had served in the military for 12 years. His goal was to retire from the military and complete a 20-year career, and he was dishonorably discharged. This situation broke him so much he couldn't handle it mentally. Now let's go back to Jezebel. Liz ended up
Oh,
reporting everything to Jezebel's and her husband's chain of command because these two individuals were in two different units. And the only thing the chain of command did was demote Lacey's husband. That means they lowered his rank by one rank. And that also means that his paycheck went down by a little bit. During this time, Lacey's husband and Jezebel ended up moving in together. They decided to go public with their relationship. They started posting pictures and videos on Facebook and Instagram. They got engaged. They were announcing that after both of their divorce processes were finalized, they were
do you know the thing is, two of them actually deserve each other. Two dogs, they actually deserve each other. And I know that karma will hit them. Of course, karma might not even do it, but down the line, they will still do something to each other that they will regret because they are not compassionate, they're very selfish. So they will still do something worse than this to each other. Ah,
gonna get married. And during this time, I am no longer friends with Jezebel. I cut her off completely, but I'm still able to know about what goes on with Jezebel because we had mutual friends. So they were always telling me the tea about everything that was going on with Jezebel. And let me just say this, that relationship that Jezebel built on the pain and suffering of another woman did not prosper. Behind closed doors,
I said
Jezebel and Lizzie's husband were constantly fighting. Allegedly, Lizzie's husband put hands on Jezebel, and then Jezebel put hands on him. So they both got a DV case. And here's the thing about military drama. Anytime you have a case like CPS or DV, DWI, like whatever messy case you got going on, your unit's gonna know about it. Everybody's gonna know the tea. And also, these mutual friends that were constantly telling me the tea about Jezebel, they were no longer friends with her. They were just her co-workers. They cut her off too. Like we all cut her off. So now Jezebel's taking L's left and right. She lost her husband, who was a good man. She lost all her friends. Everyone in her unit is looking down on her and looking at her like the HOE that she is. And she got herself a crazy, abusive man who resented her because he lost his rank. There was also more drama between Liz and her ex-husband and Jezebel because Liz didn't want to co-parent with these people. Liz didn't want her children to go visit their dad because Jezebel was there. And while I know that legally Liz had to comply and let the kids go to that home, there was a lot of drama, a lot of co-parenting drama. So Jezebel and the guy were dealing with all that. After a few months go by, everyone's divorce is finalized. Therefore, Jezebel and Lizzie's ex-husband get married. And again, they're posting their happy pictures all over Instagram, all over Facebook, and
let me tell you why they are posting all that to spite the two parties. It's not like they're happy. Sometimes the people that post on social media, they just want to spite people. It's not like they're happy, genuinely happy. So you need to know that.
talking about haters. All of these haters couldn't stop us from being together. The world may be against us, but we still thrive. Also, she thought. Because at the end of the day, if you try to build a home on the pain and suffering of another woman, it's only a matter of time before it crumbles. After they got married, they both got transferred to another military base. They were both still in the military. And I'm sure they felt like going to this new military base where nobody knows them was their big fresh start. But the thing about a Jezebel is that she will always be a Jezebel. I'm at 9 minutes, so I'm running out of time. I'm gonna do a part 4 with the final part, letting you know how karma mopped the floor with these people. Every time I tell
Oh, we have to wait for another part. And this one is already long enough. I want to check the comments. You know, in a part one, some ladies were coming for her for being a bad friend, for calling out Jezebel. You see, there are people that want to condone bad manners and they can be friends with you no matter what you're doing. This person says, so if she cheated on him, why did she need to destroy his car and his gear? You know, hear what she says. Jezebel is a spiteful person because she wanted everything to be calculated, and of course the man bought the car before they got married, so that cannot be included, and she did not like that. You see, one the thing with selfish and spiteful people, like they don't have to even need have good reason to do what they do. If they need to have good reasons, then it will be justifiable. Now some people, their characters can never be justifiable. Somebody said she destroyed that man out of spite for him wanting to stay together. That is so heartbreaking. Yeah, and I think so too. This person said, you said three marriages, where is the third? The way some people think. Have you forgotten her own marriage? This how her own marriage, Lisa's marriage, then the other first man that was dating. Unless she's gonna talk something else about her, right? Am I counting right? This person said you aren't a good friend, but dang, great story. Wow. So somebody is saying she's not a good friend for calling out Jessica. Wow. Eh? Wow. This is interesting. Somebody said, "Awful friend. Imagine actually having morals and not wanting to be friends with someone who has horrible morals." Like, wow, this is why I like going through comments. There are a lot of people that the way they reason, wow, ooh, this is interesting. Somebody said, "You are pretty, but why you like to tell people's business?" She was part of the story now, so she has every reason to share the story. Ah, well, yeah, let's go to part 4, guys, and of course, we'll do it in a fresh video. See you in part 4. But for us, this is part 3, yeah. But this is part 4. But for us, it's going to be part 3. So before you click off, let me show you my outfit of the day. So I'm wearing what I call Aduni Ashoke jacket. So Ashoke is a Yoruba term in my country, Nigeria. No, it's hand woven. So this is hand woven. Everything about this fabric is hand woven. It takes days to make. Hand woven. Hand woven. So this, I'm sure you guys have seen a clip I'm showing. It is available on my website. I have several other outfits on my website as well. Just encourage this growing business of mine. Everything is done in my country, Nigeria. So I ship to the US, I ship to UK, I ship to Germany, I ship to Canada. Anyway, yeah, that my country people can get to, just know that I can ship to you. Yes. So please follow the link in the description if you want to buy. I have several other outfits there. They're hand woven. Not all of them are not hand woven, but they're handmade. There are some, adire batik, also handmade, lovely. Just trust me, you're gonna love everything you get. This was done with so much care, with so much love. My mom was telling me that this kind of outfit you wear and hand over to your next of kin. That's how lasting this is, because it's hand woven with so much 100% cotton. You will love it. This, for the women, the size is different, even the length. Then for the men, it's different. It's actually unisex. Yes, a guy can wear it and a woman can wear it. That's my favorite thing about it. I love this dress so much, and I can't stop talking about it. But of course, there are other stuff you also see on my channel that you get to love. Follow the link in the description. And production for this, the production takes 4 weeks, but other items it takes 14 days. So yeah, it depends on the outfit you're going for. But just know that you are going to be getting what you love. Thank you for appreciating this work of mine. See you.